Welcome back, tennis fans, to another massive update on the channel. Today, we're diving into a headline and storyline that has ignited the global tennis community, dominating timelines and sparking debates from the bustling streets of Manila to the historic tennis clubs of Rome. The headline reads, "All of Italy shocked. Alexandra Eala versus world number 6 Jasmine Paolini, quarterfinals, BNP Paribas Open." But before getting swept up in the drama of that title, it's important to ground ourselves in the facts. While the viral headline suggests a blockbuster quarterfinal clash happening now in Indian Wells, California, the reality is equally spectacular, though slightly different. The monumental upset that sent shockwaves through Italy and triggered celebrations in the Philippines actually occurred a few weeks ago at the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships. Under the desert night sky, Alexandra Eala stunned the tennis world by defeating Italian powerhouse Jasmine Paolini. The magnitude of that victory has fans buzzing with predictions of a possible rematch later in the BNP Paribas Open. On one side, Jasmine Paolini, a top 10 stalwart and former Dubai champion, is known for her relentless baseline aggression, heavy topspin, and incredible fighting spirit. On the other, 20-year-old Alexandra Eala, a rising star from the Philippines and Rafa Nadal Academy graduate, is a left-handed dynamo rapidly transforming from a promising junior into a giant slayer on the senior tour. In Dubai, Eala defeated Paolini 6-1, 7-6 in an hour and 40 minutes, marking her third career top 10 victory and solidifying her career-high ranking of world number 31. For a country historically searching for a global tennis icon, this was a monumental moment. The match showcased Eala's tactical brilliance and mental fortitude. She dominated the first set with precision, and in a tense, nerve-wracking second-set tiebreak, she proved she has the championship mindset to take on the sport's elite. The tennis world is now watching closely as Eala continues her rapid rise and reshapes the landscape of women's tennis. Eala's mentality was on full display in Dubai. She saved match points, held her nerve in front of a stadium packed with passionate Filipino fans abroad, and ultimately closed the door on a top 10 player. Fast forward to today, March 5, 2026, and the tour has officially shifted from the Middle East to the United States for the BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells, often called the 5th Grand Slam. The stakes are higher, the spotlight brighter, and the draw incredibly stacked. Alexandra Eala arrives not as an underdog but as a seeded player, ranked 31st after her phenomenal run in Dubai, earning a coveted first-round bye. Over the past week, she has rested, recovered, and even taken a prestigious trip to the Nike World headquarters in Oregon, where she was celebrated like sporting royalty, her portraits displayed alongside the world's greatest athletes, a true testament to her rising superstardom. Meanwhile, Jasmine Paolini comes to Indian Wells seeking redemption. Italy's tennis community, proud and fiercely loyal, was shaken by her early exit in Dubai at the hands of a much younger opponent. Known for her warrior spirit, Paolini has spent the last 2 weeks analyzing her loss, refining her game, and preparing to make a deep run in the California desert to reassert her dominance. The conditions at Indian Wells' slow, high-bouncing hard courts test both endurance and tactical patience, which is why the viral headline predicting a quarterfinal clash between Eala and Paolini has captured so much attention. It represents the perfect combination of an underdog story and a revenge narrative. If the draw plays out favorably and both navigate the early rounds successfully, a rematch in the desert would be one of the season's most anticipated matches. To fully grasp the significance of this potential showdown and why all of Italy was so shocked by the initial upset, we need to dive deeper into the context and the stakes at hand. To understand the full magnitude of Alexandra Eala's victory over Jasmine Paolini and why it reverberated across the tennis world, we need to analyze the mechanics of her game, the psychological factors at play, and the road ahead for both athletes as the 2026 season heats up. This was no fluke or lucky day. It was a systematic dismantling of a top 10 player by a young woman rapidly evolving her tactical identity. Jasmine Paolini, a powerhouse on the court despite her relatively diminutive stature, relies on explosive power, exceptional court coverage, and a forehand that dictates play with heavy spin. She thrives on rhythm, aiming to wear down opponents with relentless baseline exchanges until she can step in for a clean winner. Paolini's success is built on grit and consistency, and she enters matches expecting to dominate physically and extract errors with her heavy ball. When an opponent not only withstands that pressure but flips it against her, the shock to both Paolini and her fans in Italy is immense. Enter Alexandra Eala. Her left-handedness, combined with exceptional court sense, makes her a uniquely challenging opponent. Lefties naturally create different spin patterns, open unconventional serving angles, and disrupt typical baseline patterns by forcing cross-court forehand-to-backhand exchanges. Yet Eala's advantage is not purely technical. She combines this inherent edge with tactical intelligence, mental resilience, and the ability to read her opponent's rhythm, making her a puzzle that even seasoned top 10 players struggle to solve. Eala is not just a left-hander, she is a product of the Rafa Nadal Academy, and the Spanish influence is evident in her game. She possesses an incredibly heavy rallying forehand, but what truly stood out in Dubai was her uncharacteristic dominance on serve. Historically, her serve had been seen as a weakness, yet against Paolini, Eala landed 67% of her first serves in the opening set and won an astonishing 86% of those points. She did not face a single break point, rolling through the world number 8 6-1. This tactical brilliance neutralized Paolini's typically formidable return game, which relies on scoreboard pressure and breaking opponents' rhythm. Eala stretched Paolini with precise lefty sliders out wide and immediately took control of rallies. Yet the real test came in the second set when momentum shifted. Paolini, showing her top 10 heart, dug in, extending rallies and applying relentless pressure. At 5-4 down, she saved 3 match points, forcing Eala to serve to stay in the set, a situation that would overwhelm many young players. Eala held firm, fending off 2 set points and pushing the contest into a tiebreak, which became a microcosm of the match itself. The first 8 points of the tiebreak were traded like blows between heavyweight fighters, neither giving an inch. Eala later reflected in her post-match press conference that seeing a stadium full of Filipino supporters praying for her victory inspired her to give everything she had. When Paolini faltered with a tiny lapse in focus, Eala seized the moment, setting up her 5th match point and delivering a blistering shot that closed the match in spectacular fashion. Eala sealed the upset with a forehand winner, sparking a frenzy among Filipino fans as chants of "Ale" echoed through the stadium, a vivid testament to the cultural impact of her victory. For Italy, the shock was twofold. Not only had a star player exited early from a major tournament, but she had been outplayed tactically in the first set and outnerved in the critical moments of the second. The Italian sports media, renowned for its passionate and analytical coverage, had to acknowledge that a formidable new contender had arrived on the world stage. Fast forward to the present at Indian Wells, and the BNP Paribas Open presents an entirely different challenge. The desert air is dry, the ball travels quickly, yet the gritty hard courts slow the ball on impact, producing high bounces and demanding exceptional physical endurance. This environment theoretically favors Paolini's heavy topspin game, allowing her to stand back, unleash powerful forehands, and grind down opponents. Yet the slower conditions also play into Eala's evolving style, giving her more time to set up her potent ground strokes and construct points with the tactical maturity she has been honing since her breakout victory in Dubai. Eala is riding a wave of immense confidence. Currently ranked 32nd in the world, she benefits from a first-round bye and is observing the opening matches, preparing to face either veteran Chinese player Jingai or the powerful Ukrainian Diana Yastramska in the second round. Both opponents are highly experienced, but Eala has already proven she belongs at this level. If she navigates her opening match successfully, the path ahead is filled with fascinating storylines. In her section of the draw looms Coco Gauff, the current world number 4 and the very player who ended Eala's dream run in the Dubai quarterfinals just weeks ago. A potential third-round clash between Eala and Gauff at Indian Wells would be must-watch television, as Eala will be eager to demonstrate she has learned from that defeat and can close the gap against the American superstar. Meanwhile, the Paolini narrative adds another layer of intrigue. Should the stars align and both players progress, a quarter-final rematch at Indian Wells would present the ultimate test of adaptation. How might Paolini adjust her tactics, stepping in to flatten her shots? targeting Eala's forehand, or changing the rhythm to disrupt the lefty. Conversely, Eala would face the psychological challenge of going from underdog in Dubai to proven giant slayer, now carrying the weight of expectation. Beyond tactics, this potential showdown reflects a broader shift in the WTA landscape, signaling the rise of new challengers ready to redefine women's tennis while established champions like Eala and others navigate a transitional era. As Sabalenka and Iga Swiatek continue to dominate, a hungry new generation led by Mira Andrea, Coco Gauff, and now unequivocally Alexandra Eala is challenging the established hierarchy. Eala's breakthrough is particularly significant given her upcoming schedule. After Indian Wells, she heads to the Miami Open, where she made an unprecedented semifinal run last year as a wild card, defeating major champions like Yelena Ostapenko, Madison Keys, and Iga Swiatek. That historic performance leaves her with nearly 400 ranking points to defend, making her showing at Indian Wells crucial. Every win here acts as an insurance policy, buffering her ranking in case of an early exit in Miami. Yet if the Dubai match against Paolini demonstrated anything, it is that Eala thrives under pressure. She absorbs it, processes it, and transforms it into peak performance while balancing intense media scrutiny, corporate obligations like her high-profile Nike visit, and the relentless demands of the WTA Tour. The story of Eala and Paolini is a perfect snapshot of why we love tennis: the clash of generations, contrasting playing styles, and sheer unpredictability. While the timeline of that viral quarterfinal headline needed correction, the truth remains Eala sits at the epicenter of a seismic shift in women's tennis. The shockwaves felt in Italy after Dubai were not merely about losing a match, they were the realization that a formidable new obstacle has arrived. For the Philippines, this marks a sporting renaissance. Eala is playing not just for ranking points or prize money, but carrying the hopes and pride of an entire nation with every swing. From her superstar welcome at Nike headquarters to packed stadiums chanting her name and viral headlines spreading worldwide, the creation of a global icon is unfolding in real time. As the BNP Paribas Open heats up in California, all eyes are on Eala. Will she capitalize on her first round bye, make a deep run, and set up the highly anticipated third-round showdown with Coco Gauff? Will Paolini, motivated by the sting of her recent defeat, navigate her section of the draw to stage the ultimate rematch fans are clamoring for? Tennis is thrilling precisely because the story is written live, point by point, and the narrative of Alexandra Eala and Jasmine Paolini is far from finished. Predictions are fun, and viral headlines grab attention, but the true story of tennis is always revealed point by point, set by set, between the white lines. We'll be closely monitoring every development, every upset, and every brilliant shot throughout the entire Indian Wells tournament. The 2026 season is already shaping up to be one of the most unpredictable and thrilling in recent memory, and you won't want to miss a second of this unfolding narrative. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the facts, tactics, and true story behind the headlines, make sure to hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop a comment below with your thoughts. Do you believe Alexandra Eala has what it takes to crack the top 20 this year? Will Jasmine Paolini bounce back and conquer the desert? I want to hear your analysis. And before you go, I can provide a quick breakdown of Eala's potential path to the Indian Wells final based on the current draw. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next update.